Hello, how you doing? Mike Bradley. I hope you're doing well as always. The music industry. What a funny racket it is we are in. I wanted just to have a chat. I haven't sat down in front of a camera and properly chatted for a while. And I'm going to tell you a little story. But I will need a favour from you. So stick with me with this story. And hopefully this is well for anyone wanting to release music and, you know, I suppose be a self-employed musician and, you know, an artist. Hopefully this will kind of help you a little bit. Basically, I've had something happen and I'm trying to turn a positive, I'm trying to turn a negative into a positive from this, all right? So let me backtrack a little bit. So a few years ago, I was in a band. And, you know, I've been in a succession of bands and was just kind of sick and tired of people letting me down, you know. And I just thought, you know what, I want to go and do my own thing, you know, quote unquote, be a solo artist, I guess, you know. And I thought I'll just release my own music. If people like it, fantastic. If they don't, they don't. But at least I'm fulfilling my art, if you will, to sound cheesy. So I decided to do a solo thing, but I was scared, you know. I didn't really know what to do. I was nervous, and I had come across a company called Downtown Artists, and they invited me along for an audition, and I kind of went and played on one of my songs, and then they said they would sign me up and I'd have to pay X amount for studio time, which was a small goddamn fortune, and then they would release it, and they gave me all this blah 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 talk. And I was like, yeah, I'd do it, because I was too afraid to do it on my own. Okay, so this is, when was this? 2015, I think this was, 2014, 2015. So I recorded a 2-track EP called The Devil's on My Side, and it had a track called The Devil's on My Side and Shiver in it. Really cool, really happy with the recordings and stuff. And from it I met a lovely friend of mine called James Arter, who I have, no, if anything positive has come from this is that me and him are good pals and that. And then when it came to releasing it, I've forgotten the date now, it's like the 9th of June, they cocked up the release date. Now, everything was just wrong, everything was cocked up, but I thought at least then it's out there now. Eventually, you know, it was released eventually, and they put it on iTunes and Spotify and things like that. At the time, I didn't know how to do that. Now I know it's very, very easy to do that if you want to do it. I've done a video talking about it, in fact. So basically, anytime a sale was made from the Devil's on My Side EP from iTunes, Apple Music, you know, or stream on Spotify, the money was going to Downtown, and then eventually I would get it. Eventually. I think from 2015 I've received 2, maybe 3 payments from them. So yeah, you know, whatever, you know, it is what it is. And then literally 2 days ago, a pupil didn't turn up for his lesson. And so I thought I'm going to learn some riffs. I want to learn some Led Zeppelin riffs. And I went on Spotify, and I very rarely ever go on Spotify. And I was just kind of learning a few riffs. I thought, the hell with it, I was in the mood to work some stuff out. And then I thought, wonder how my plays have been, you know, how many plays I've got on some of my songs. And typed in my name in Spotify, and I just saw my last EP. This is what I have to say, okay? I just saw that. This is The Devil's on My Side, okay? You can get these CDs on my website, mikebradleymusic.com. And I was thinking, where's The Devil's on My Side? Where's Shiver? And so I typed them in individually, and nothing was coming up. And then I went on my website, mikebradleymusic.com, and there's a link on there to take you to the iTunes site, and it was saying song unable to find the song. Googled it, couldn't find out. So basically, The Devil's on My Side EP has been taken down from iTunes, from Spotify, all that kind of stuff. And I remember looking last, and I had a good couple thousand plays on Spotify, so it's now gone. Which is a little bit annoying. You know, yes, you can still get the CD, but we're in a digital world now, aren't we? So I'm going to be, and well, today it is now released. So I've had to re-upload The Devil's on My Side EP onto iTunes and stuff like that. And and Spotify. So it is annoying that, you know, so any kind of income I had from that, probably not much, but it all adds up. You know, I don't know where that is now. I haven't tried contacting Downtown. I've got a feeling the company's gone bust, and rightly so, because they were terrible. I'm skimming out a lot of facts here. But the positive I'm taking from this is that now I'm in complete control of it. I don't have to rely on anyone else. So if you are, you know, it is very daunting trying to do anything on your own. If you're setting a business up on your own, trying to start a band on your own. Again, I've done that. Very, very hard. And it can be, you can think, oh no, I'm not ready for this. I don't want to do this, you know, or I'm not good enough for this yet, or things like that. And that doubt kind of starts creeping in. But you just got to think, stuff it and do it, which is a lot easier said than done. Completely get it. Like I say, the negative I'm taking from that whole 3-year experience being under that umbrella is that now it's in my hand, you know. So, you know, and then any little bit of money I make from it, you know, or I can push it out, it's all down to me. The annoying thing is that, you know, like with Spotify, I mean, I'm still kind of learning about Spotify and playlists and stuff like that. But, you know, it had a few thousand hits on Spotify, which is cool. And now it's gone and it's back to 0, which is a little bit annoying. So the favour I do ask, if you haven't got it, you can now go on iTunes and get a copy of the EP. But if you have Spotify, put it in your playlist. Give it a play for me, just to kind of help it boost back up again. I would really appreciate that. Like I say, there's a lot of sharks out in the music industry, and I think, you know, we're in a world now where you can take control yourself. You know, it's a lot easier than it was 10 years ago, never mind 15, 20 years ago. But it does mean you've got to do a lot more work. You know, you've got to build a fan base. You've got to, you know, work 15-hour days in the, you know what I mean? Like, even like with YouTube videos, people see, oh, a video, but there's a lot of work that goes in it behind the scenes, you know? The same thing with starting a band. So, you know, if you're willing to put the graft in, it can be done. To anybody wanting to, you know, start doing, you know, their own band stuff or an own artist thing. But if you go with another company, you're kind of in their control, and you've got to rely on them to release stuff. And then, like in my instance, they cock it up. I remember that, no, we said, I can't remember what it was, say 9th of June, and it was 3 months in planning. Now, knowing about it, now you can upload the stuff in, you know, April, so that it comes out 9th of June, it'll be there. They obviously didn't do that. They probably uploaded it on the 8th of June. It was terrible. It was a complete sham. Downtown artists, if they're still going, stay away from them. They're awful. But I'm now in control. So I've had to re-upload the Devil's on My Side EP. But yeah, if you've got a Spotify playlist, please put it in there and give it a good play. Or if you want to purchase it, even better. And that brings me up to date that, you know, I haven't released any music this year, and because things have just got in the way, you know, other opportunities have come my way and that, and trying to, you know, be a self-employed musician. So for 2019, I want to release a lot more music in a squeaky, non-squeaky chair like I'm sitting in right now. I'm working a song at the moment, which I think if I can get out what's in my head, it's going to be a really, really good song. I can't wait to get that all out. I'm just kind of putting it all together and then putting lyrics together. So yeah, I want to get more music out there, and for people to kind of, well, strangely enough, listen to. Sorry, I haven't scripted this at all. I'm literally just chatting off the cuff. Hopefully this has come across all right. I never script any of my videos, in fact. But yeah, if you can take a negative and spin it round to a positive, that's the outlook I'm taking in life in general now. You know, it's just, if something bad happens, think, okay, what can I take from this, which is a positive? So, like I say, this has happened. You know, it's not out there in the world at the moment, but well, now it is by the time this video comes out. But now it's in my control. That is the positive I'm taking from it, you know. And hopefully, saying that, I'm talking about it, and you know, I'm always getting new subscribers. Hello to everyone new, and people might not even know I release music. So the positive is that I'm able to talk about it, tell you guys that I've got stuff out there, and then if you wish, you can seek it out. But yeah, if you can all, you know, if you've got a Spotify playlist, stick both my EPs, and I say this is what I have to say, and devil's on my side. Stick them in, and it does help. It really, really helps. And if you want to be even cooler and go on iTunes, even better. Or if you want to be really cool, you can get a copy of the CD. Anyway, so hopefully this has all made sense, and it's not just a complete ramble of words that have come out of my mouth. But like I say, for 2019, I definitely want to get some more music out there. I don't know if I mean, an ideal world, I'd like to do an album, but it's quite expensive to put an album all together. But I can see it being a few, you know, singles coming out. That is what I really, really want to do, and try and play live to as many of you as possible. That is a big, big thing. So anyway, let me know your thoughts. I'd love to know if you've been in a similar situation, if you've been shafted, or you know, if you're a musician trying to make it in this crazy industry. Share. Let us know how you've been getting on without it. You know, I try and always read every single comment on my videos. So yeah, it'd be great to know your thoughts. So thank you so much for love and support. Thanks for sticking with me in this ramble of a video of the pros and cons of the music industry. The cons being that there's sharks out there. The pros being, you know, if you take control of everything yourself, which is a lot more work, but then you're in control. It's in your hands, and you know, good things or bad things come from that. It's down from you. You know, you are in 100% control, and keep it that way. I think, you know, we don't really need record labels now. You can do it yourself. You know, I have a label. You know, my last EP on TuneCore, it said, what's the name of the label? Hurricane 84. That is my record label. I own Hurricane 84. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, Mike Brady Records. There you go. I've just started another record label. Mike Brady Records now. You know, YouTube Records. You can, you know, do it yourself. Get it out there. So yeah, pros and cons of the music industry. Funny our world, isn't it? Anyway, hope you're very, very well. Oh, look at this. I'll be talking about that soon. Look at there we go. I'll be talking about that soon. Anyway, hope you're very, very well. And I will see you beautiful souls in the next video. Mike Bradley very much signing out. The devil's on my side. Talking to myself.